Good morning. Can everybody gather a little closer? I think they'd like to call us in a little closer here. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out today to help us celebrate this great event. I'm Jeff Lang, Chairman of the Muncie, Delaware County Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors. On behalf of the Vision 2016 Economic Development Program, Boards of Directors of the Muncie, Delaware County Chamber of Commerce and Delaware Advancement Corporation, I'd like to welcome everyone here today to hear some very exciting news for Muncie and Delaware County. I'd first like to start off by acknowledging some guests that are with us today. Allison Quirk, local representatives, Sherry Riggin, obviously Mayor Tyler, and Kim Bennett from Congressman Messer's office. Thank you so much for making the trip today. On the stage with me, I'm pleased to introduce Gary Dannar, who you'll hear from shortly, a CEO and founder of DD Dannar, LLC. Alan Austin is somewhere, his Chief Financial Officer, and obviously Dennis Tyler and Sherry Riggin. The project we're announcing was initiated more than a year ago and is culminating here today. A lot of people, including business, educational and government leaders, local investors, economic development and alliance staff have been involved in bringing this effort to Muncie, Indiana. The project has truly been a community effort. Being a technology-based company, it was important for Gary to get to know what capabilities were in the community to help support his company. On multiple meetings over the past year, Gary's met with various people from Ball State that have helped introduce him to the area, the university, and what technical support Ball State could provide DD Dannar LLC. Just to name a couple of the meetings and folks involved, there was a meeting with President Gora and Roy Budd. They took Gary and a couple people to the Clemson football game last year. Other people involved have been Dave Ferguson, from Associate Vice President for Emerging Media and Initiatives, John Fallon, Associate Vice President of Economic Development and Community Engagement, Bob Kester, Director of Center for Energy Research, Education and Service and Professor of Architecture, Mike Maggiato, Dean of the College of Sciences and Humanity and Professor of Political Science, Paul Boos, Chairperson of the Department of Computer Science and Associate Professor of Computer Science, Roger Lavery, Dean, College of Communication, Information, Media, and Jim Lowe, Director of Engineering and Construction Operations. Muncie was chosen over sites in South Carolina, Texas, Colorado, and California for an innovative, technology-driven business that'll bring hundreds of new, well-paying, professional, and technical jobs to our community. It's the hope of every community to find businesses that are on the cusp of new technology. Today's announcement does just that. It brings a new business with a revolutionary green technology concept and a team of partners that has collaborated to help bring about a new and innovative product. The team of partners represents some of the leading international technology-related firms in the world. This project represents a significant investment and creation of new jobs that will produce alternatively powered heavy equipment for the governmental sector. Here to discuss the scope of this project is Mr. Gary Dannar, CEO and founder of DD Dannar LLC. Before I invite Gary to the podium, I'd like to share with you some information on Gary's background that has established him as a leader and an innovator. Starting with early patents for rough terrain forklifts in the 1970s, Gary Dannar's career has continually centered on innovation and new product development, with corporate responsibility stretching from North America to Europe and Asia. Prior to starting DD Dannar LLC, Gary was leader at several corporations, including the Ford Motor Company, the General, New Holland, and Alamo Group. Today, as president of two privately held equipment companies, Little Roadside Management LLC and more recently DD Dannar LLC, Gary is an established leader and industry innovator. With DD Dannar LLC, Gary has looked to the future and clearly identified the need for a new product category currently lacking in the government sector, a product that meets strict new emission standards while offering economic benefit and a corresponding reduction in the consumption of fossil fuels. In 1995, Gary purchased a small fabrication business located in the Pacific Northwest called Little & Company and quickly introduced two groundbreaking new products for the governmental roadside mowing industry. Under his leadership, Little & Company expanded nationwide, opening an office in Greenville, South Carolina. Sales volume soared. Through Little & Company, Gary worked closely with Caterpillar and AGCO, with whom he established exclusive distribution and marketing agreements for Little & Company back in 2001. By 2007, the Little brand of products, including brush cutting and mowing equipment, evolved to the point of being awarded the coveted AE50 award from the American Society for Agricultural and Biological Engineering. The Little roadside mowing system was one of the 50 new products recognized in 2007. Innovative product development continues to guide the company forward today. DD Dannar was launched from an awareness that big companies were not focused on purpose-built solutions utilizing an alternative power supply and new technologies. With his unique insider perspective and extensive industry experience, Gary believes the future is here now. In response to this, Dannar will manufacture in Muncie the first truly alternative-powered heavy equipment vehicle for the government sector. Gary, we're thrilled to have you here in Muncie and for your project to be located here. And one other thing I have to do, as chairman of the board, Jay told me I had to bring in one new member this year, so Gary, you're it.
Well, good morning, and we're delighted to be here. We're excited to be here, and you expect me to say some phrase like that, but I need to say from our heart, our team, we couldn't be more thrilled to be here in Muncie today. DD Dannar LLC is an original equipment manufacturer, and we're right on target to produce a purpose-built maintenance vehicle for the governmental equipment fleet market. After a couple prototypes and a proof of concept vehicle, the next step is production of the mobile power station right here in this building behind me. The mobile power station is a revolutionary new vehicle, as Jeff mentioned. We have a lot of technologies. It's the first in a new class of hybrid electric vehicles for governmental fleets. It not only helps them perform infrastructure maintenance, but it is able to provide supplemental off-grid power for emergency situations. Making all of this possible is a management team that's been with me from the very beginning and with significant experience. I'd like to introduce the people, a key core part of that team that are with me today. Alan Austin, our Chief Financial Officer, seated in the front. Ed Marshall, our managing all of our governmental and governmental relations. Dr. Stephen Hung, our Chief Technology Officer, and Neeraj Shermule, our Mobile Power Station Project Manager and Systems Engineering Lead. The other gentleman, a key board member that's joined us today, is a name you're familiar with in Muncie. Glenn Cleland is here with us today. Glenn knows Muncie. He knows how to build a company. More importantly, he knows how to build a company in Muncie with quality people building a quality product. And we're very fortunate to have Glenn as one of our board members here with us today. I mentioned our other team of world-class partners earlier. The mobile power station, we have been able to secure great collaborations and work with Bosch Engineering Group, assisting with all the hybrid technology and the components in the mobile power station. Millen Works is a Textron company, assisting us with the integration and engineering of all the energy systems on board the mobile power station. Parker Hannafin, assisting us with hydraulic systems and mechanical drives. And Sundberg Farrar, which is a powerhouse of design engineers in Detroit, working on the final configuration and design of the mobile power station. So as you can kind of gather, the mobile power station is a very innovative vehicle. Its purpose is to help the government fleets take care of what the government has recognized is $7 trillion of infrastructure, much where you're just standing. The infrastructure around is $7 trillion, of which they say $2 trillion is what we're behind in maintenance. So the mobile power station is the right tool for that job, to get caught back up on maintenance. We're not here because of this building. Smart companies don't chase zip codes with incentives. They instead look for communities with good people. And that's why we're here. Muncie has great people, and they know how to work, and they know how to love their community. And we want to be part of that. During this process to find the perfect site, we've met a lot of Muncie people, too many names for me to mention them all, but they all have the same story. They are passionately in love and they believe in Muncie, and it can help a company grow and prosper. That story is probably no better told than our Mayor, Dennis Tyler. I really appreciate you being here today, Mayor. County Commissioners, Sherry Riggin with us, the Delaware County Redevelopment Commission members, led by President Jeff Huff and Director Brad Bookhout, have been great to work with. Ball Brothers Foundation, Judd Fisher, many people at Ball State, Dr. Joanne Gora, Ivy Tech, Roy Winkler and Connie Swovlin have worked with us closely. Ted Baker, the Innovation Connector, Roy Budd with Energize ECI. It's been a great collection of people, and we've just had a wonderful time making this decision to come here and work with everyone. In closing, I will say that today's weather is probably another example of how effective the Chamber of Commerce can be. But what a great job Jay Julian and Terry Murphy, Tracy Lutton and Ashley Surpass have done, helping us all along the way. We're excited to be joining everyone and look forward to talking to you at the end of the conference. Thank you.
Thanks, Gary. As Gary noted, today's announcement just didn't happen. It was a result of hard work on behalf of the company, local government, Vision 2016 economic development staff. Teamwork plays a major role in the successful recruitment of any expansion plans for a company. This project was no exception. The county, City of Muncie, state, and Vision 2016 economic officials all came together to make this deal happen. Over the last year, more than 50 meetings took place with community leaders and officials working together as a team. Without the cooperative effort, we would not be standing here today. I'd like now to introduce someone very key to this project, the Mayor of Muncie, Dennis Tyler.
Thank you, Jeff, and good morning, everybody. As Gary was talking about this piece of equipment, I had the great honor a few months ago when Gary visited and had this piece of equipment here. And I can tell you, this is the most innovative, exciting, major piece of heavy-duty equipment for government, street departments, parks departments, sanitary districts, and that I've ever seen in my adult life. I think that it will absolutely set a trend for industry and that for government services in not just here, but across the United States. That will just be amazing in the not too distant future. And thank you, Jeff. It is truly an honor to be here today to personally thank the Dannar team and to celebrate this announcement with all of you. It's an absolutely another great day in the city of Muncie. Gary, I want to personally thank you for choosing Muncie. As you said, and as Jeff said, you could have chosen a number of other communities. And as you've heard time and time again, the last couple of years, they chose Muncie and they chose Delaware County. And they chose it because of the team that we have in place here to offer these opportunities to developing businesses and innovation. I want to personally again thank you for choosing Muncie. Thank you for your investment and belief in our community and our workforce. We know that many cities and states have shown interest in your business, and you could have located in any of those communities. High-paying jobs and growing sectors are what Muncie and so many communities are aggressively seeking. DD Dannar, LLC provides both of these. I am confident you will look back in the years ahead and know that you made the best decision by locating here in Muncie and Delaware County. We promise to work with you to help DD Dannar, LLC maximize its growth and success. If you're successful, we're successful, and we will be successful as a team. It's a partnership, and we know it will be very lengthy and productive. I look forward to purchasing one of your mobile power station vehicles for the City of Muncie, and hopefully we'll have the first one that rolls off the assembly line. I absolutely concur with Jeff's statement that teamwork plays a major role in the successful recruitment and expansion plans of any business. I am pleased to have worked with local economic development officials and my fellow elected officials to bring the necessary resources to the table for this project. I appreciate the support of so many community leaders who have participated in meetings that were integral in the success of this project. I look forward to continuing my work with area leaders to attract new companies and to nurture the growth of existing businesses. As mayor, it's extremely important to me to bring these types of businesses to our community, to promote our quality of life and quality of place opportunities for all citizens. It is one of my highest priorities to bring good paying jobs to our community so the citizens of Muncie may prosper and grow the local economy. Thank you again, our new friends, our business people. Welcome to Muncie. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd now like to introduce Sherry Riggin from the Delaware County Commissioners to come up and make a few comments.
Thank you, Jeff. I tell you, I'm still a rookie, but we have to fill in. Larry sends his regrets that he couldn't be here today. He had some family illness, and then James also had a commitment. But I can't tell you how proud we are to be here with you today, Gary. And we've had some nice meetings. And let me turn to my page here. Talk about teamwork. We've had many plannings, and it takes patience and visions for something like this to come to a city and county like Delaware County. We met with Gary and the economic development team since I've been in office, and James since January. So these are good quality paying jobs, and it is a growing business sector that he's joining. Some of you remember this is the Mercy Corporation, used to be here, and when they expanded and needed more space, they moved out to Park 1. So the Redevelopment Commission purchased this building, and this building is ready to grow, and we welcome you to be in the first ones. So we want to thank the Redevelopment Commission for all their work in transforming this. Ricky Sipe, right back there in the pretty pink. Vicki Veach. I don't believe I see Vicki. Jason Brooks, I saw Jason back there in the back. Brad Smith, back in the back. And President Huff and Director Brad Bookout. Without this facility, this project would not have happened in Muncie and Delaware County. So thank you everyone involved. Ed and Gary, I'd like to invite you to go to Muncie on the Move. Ed was saying he wanted to meet some Muncie people. It does start at 7:30. August the 7th, but we will look forward to having you here in town. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sherry. I'd like to make one special thanks to Judd Fisher, without whom this announcement wouldn't be happening today. Approximately 1 year ago, Judd received a phone call from a college friend who asked him about available sites in the Indianapolis metro area for a high-tech engineering and vehicle assembly project. To that question, Judd replied, What about Muncie? He then reached out to the Economic Development and Alliance team and engaged them in the project. It brings to light that we're all economic developers in our own way. This is a real example of how one person can make a big difference by being a vigilant campaigner for their community. Thank you, Judd. I'd also like to take the opportunity again to thank all the chamber staff and specifically the economic development staff of Jay, Terry Murphy, Tracy Lutton, and Ashley Serpes. People like me get to stand up on stage, make speeches, and sound intelligent. Well, that doesn't just happen. Ask my wife, Beth. These are the people that answer the emails, respond to many requests for information, and make all the deadlines required in the economic development process. So please accept our deepest thanks for a job well done, and thank you for all you do. This concludes the formal portion of our news conference, but we'd be welcome to any questions you have, either of Gary or of any of the elected officials or anyone else. Judd.
When's the first unit going to roll off the line?
Within the first 12 months, we've got a lot of work to do to the building and also manufacturing systems, but we expect within the next 12 months you'll see production started and units rolling off the line.
So what are the numbers here? How many employed and what type of investment or how much?
We'll start with approximately 20 engineering and technical manufacturing system type jobs in the first 12 months. And that will grow over 5 years to over 400 jobs. Within 5 years, we'll see production numbers reaching 1,500 a year.
And the investment? In dollars?
That's a good question for my CFO, but I don't have those numbers right at my fingertips. Yes, sir.
Skill level of employees that you might have? What required skills, how many need?
No, great question. It will start, as you gathered from the description of the mobile power station, there's a lot of software on board, a lot of telematics. It is a hybrid technology with a lot of energy, so a lot of technical jobs having to do with the engineering of it and then also the product support and technical support of that product. So about a third of those jobs are all technical in nature and engineering in nature.
Can you speak a little bit to the importance of the role that the economic development team played in getting you to the right people to be able to get to the point where you could make a decision like you've made?
Well, it's persistence, I suppose, at the heart of it. I counted last night 52 business cards that I've been in front of face to face. Actually, I've been in front of more people than that, but they are uncannily able to put connections together, meetings together, and whatever questions we might have or our team might have, we seem to always be coordinated very efficiently when we were here. So it's somehow putting us in front of that entire community, all the way from the lenders to the universities to the real estate, on and on.
What role did Ball State and Ivy Tech play in your decision?
My goodness, a very major part. We're used to working in a community with a great college and a technical college, but our vision of where we want to go with this product and how we want to grow the company and the building, Ball State seems to be extremely well positioned to help us.
Oh, and the average wage rate?
Is that 22? Correct me if I'm wrong.
2377.
2377.
If someone is interested in applying, when would that process start, and where would the process be?
I'm going to guess July is another transitional month for us coming up. We'll probably have facilities in place in August, and we do have a website with more information that you can go to. It's strictly about the press release. It's dannar-pressrelease.com. So there'll be information there and updating people that are interested in applying.
Will there be any training available at your company for some of the jobs, the high-tech jobs will be?
Yes, we expect that, and we've had numerous meetings with the Ivy Tech folks in Work One. Great people, and that was another key decision or key part helping us make a decision that we could see that special training in the areas we need, they can help us with that.
How large of a vehicle or a mobile power station are we talking about?
This is something approximately the size of a tractor loader backhoe or a medium-sized tractor, a pickup truck, a Suburban, that type of, it's made to be able to fit on public roads. And there is a picture of that proof of concept vehicle on that website I mentioned. Well, thank you very much. We sure appreciate being here. Thank you.
Welcome. With that, we're adjourned.